A few days later, on a certain morning, the clouds in the sky parted, revealing a radiance like that of a million suns. From that brilliance, a grand chariot drawn by 1,000 horses descended from the sky to the earth and approached Arjuna. The charioteer said to him, "Arjuna, this chariot belongs to your father, Indra. I have been commanded to bring you to Indraloka." Hearing these words, Arjuna got onto the chariot and ascended into the heavens. When he looked around, Arjuna could scarcely believe his own eyes. The splendor overwhelmed him. He passed through layers of clouds, crossed the edge of the sky, traveled beyond the realm of stars, and arrived in a completely new world. There were lush gardens, fields of gold, and birds of myriad new colors. Everything was immensely beautiful. All around, one could see streams of milky waters, sparkling jewels, and horses with white wings. Arjuna thought to himself, "There can be no more beautiful place in all creation." At the gates of Indraloka, Indra himself welcomed Arjuna and showed him the entire realm. By the side of Indra's throne, another throne was placed for Arjuna, and Indra seated him there. Arjuna stayed there for some time, learning from Indra how to wield these powerful weapons. Moreover, Indra taught Arjuna how to use the Vajra, how to harness the power of lightning as a weapon. To put it in simpler, more relatable terms, imagine Thor's hammer as the Vajra. Indra taught Arjuna the kind of technique that controls lightning. A few days later, one day, the Apsara Urvashi came to Arjuna and said, "Arjuna, I am very fond of you. Accept me as yours." In response, Arjuna said, "Mother, you are the very origin of our Kuru lineage. Is not sage Vashishta, our clan's forefather, your son? Through you, our lineage was born. I can only see you as a mother figure," Urvashi replied. "All these lineages and relations exist only in your earthly world. Here in this realm, none of that applies. Accept me, Arjuna." Still, Arjuna refused, which angered Urvashi. "I, who am the most beautiful woman in the three worlds, and you reject my desire. You insult me? Then receive my curse. From now on, for the rest of your life, you shall be deprived of manhood and live like a eunuch, dwelling mostly among women." Alarmed, Arjuna immediately went to Indra and told him about the curse. Indra summoned Urvashi and asked her to take back the curse. Urvashi said, "I will not take back the curse, but I will make an amendment to it. Whenever Arjuna needs it in his lifetime, let him live as a eunuch for at least 1 year. Then he may return to normal." Indra was delighted and said to Arjuna, "Though this is a curse, one day it will become a boon for you. In preparation, learn dance and music from Chitrasena." This Chitrasena was the same Gandharva whom Arjuna had once battled when he rescued Duryodhana. From him, Arjuna learned dance and music. Later on, this curse would be useful to Arjuna during the 1-year period of living incognito. Once he had obtained the weapons and training he needed, Arjuna wished to return to his family. While in Indraloka, he spent time learning dance and music from Chitrasena. The 12-year exile in the forest was drawing to a close, and it was time for Arjuna to go back to his family. At that time, the Pandavas were in the Himalayas, on the Gandhamadana mountain. That morning, Bhima and Draupadi went into the forest to gather flowers for worship. Draupadi was captivated by a certain flower, the Saugandhika flower, also known as Brahma Kamalam. Its petals shone like gold. She picked that flower and then saw another one in the distance. She picked that one too. Further away, she saw yet another flower. Realizing there would be many more if they went deeper into the forest, she said, "Bhima, I love these flowers. I need them for my worship, but time is short. Please go and bring me as many as you can." And she returned to their cottage. Friends, do you believe that reading one truly fascinating story can change a person's life? Do you believe that simply reading such a story to your children can teach them the values they need? Do you believe that for any problem you face or will face in life, a solution can be found just by reading one story? Yes, it's possible. Only with the greatest epic ever told in the history of mankind, the Mahabharata. This story is 100 times greater than any super hit movie. It's a challenge. Vikramaditya's rendition of the Mahabharata is available in 2 parts as a book and ebook on Amazon and 43 other online stores. It's also available worldwide in 54 languages. I've provided the links in the video description below. Order it right away, because it's not just a book, it's a treasury that your life truly needs. Meanwhile, Bhima, eager as always to impress Draupadi, set off into the forest to collect the Saugandhika flowers. He found a few and kept going deeper, collecting more along the way. As he ventured in, something like a large snake blocked his path. He looked closely and realized it was the tail of a huge old monkey sleeping deeply and snoring. Seeing the monkey's tail across his path, Bhima yelled, "What's this? Laying your tail in the path of Bhimasena? Hey, Vanara!" Hearing the shout, the monkey woke with a start. "Who dares shout so loudly, disturbing my sleep?" it asked. Seeing Bhima, his entire demeanor brimming with pride, anger flaring in his eyes, the monkey spoke. "You look like a Kshatriya prince. Don't you know it's improper to wake someone who's asleep by shouting so rudely?" Bhima replied, "You silly monkey, don't you know you shouldn't block a Kshatriya's path with your tail?" The monkey nodded. "Yes, that's also true. But because of my old age, my body no longer obeys me. I can't move my legs, my arms, or even my tail. Brave Kshatriya, be kind and move my tail aside yourself." Bhima scoffed. "That's nothing. I can flick it away with my little finger," and casually tried to lift the tail with his left hand, but he couldn't move it at all. Startled, he used his stronger right hand. Still, he couldn't lift it. Finally, he used both hands, straining to move the tail even by an inch, but he failed. He tried hard, yet Bhima could not budge it. All the pride he had carried up till that moment vanished in an instant. With a humbled face, he bowed his hands together, saying, "Great One, you have rid me of the arrogance that blinded me. You are no ordinary being. Please reveal who you truly are." Then the monkey showed his true form. He was none other than Hanuman. Approaching Bhima, Hanuman said, "Bhima, you are my brother, for we are both born through the grace of Vayu Deva, the wind god. Until now, the only bad trait you had was arrogance. Any person who is arrogant and quick to anger is a fool. Such a fool brings destruction upon himself and those around him. With this lesson, that flaw in you has been removed. From now on, you shall be victorious in all things. My support will always be with you." Blessing Bhima thus, Hanuman departed. Overjoyed, Bhima gathered as many Saugandhika flowers as he could and returned home. Later in this story, Kubera, Jarasandha, Ghatotkacha, the Kalakeyas, Naroshudu, and several others make their appearances, but those episodes are not as crucial. Let's skip those and move on to the main events. As the 12-year exile in the forest came to an end, Arjuna once again joined his brothers. They were all overjoyed to see him. One day, the 5 Pandavas went hunting in the forest. A Brahmin approached them, weeping, and said, "You appear to be brave Kshatriyas. By your shining presence, I'm sure you can help me. Please, I beg you to save me." In response, Dharmaraja asked, "What trouble has befallen you?" The Brahmin replied, "This morning, I was about to perform a certain ritual. I placed all the items I needed in a small pouch on the step outside my house. While I went inside, a deer with horns picked up that pouch with its antlers and ran this way. Please retrieve that pouch from where it's caught on the deer's horns. Under no circumstances should this ritual be left incomplete." And he began to cry. Friends, in the next episode, the story goes to an entirely different level. Don't miss it. Let's meet again next Saturday, same time. Order my Mahabharata books right now. I've given the links in the description below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so immediately. Till then, take care. Bye.